Hi, my name's Mark, welcome to Gamers Web, and in this video I'm going to take a look at the Forged in Fire expansion for Fallout Wasteland Warfare from Modiphius Entertainment. Let's check it out. Okay, welcome back. As I said in the introduction, in this video I'm going to take a look at the Fallout Wasteland Warfare Forged in Fire expansion for Fallout Wasteland Warfare from Modiphius Entertainment. This expansion gives us a new set of rules for creatures in the wastelands, the inhabitants of the Slog, which are all peaceful ghouls. So I don't know how that's going to work really, because I haven't seen the rules for them, but peaceful ghouls rather than the feral ghouls that attack you. And of course we get the Forged, which are a set of raiders who have their own unique story, which you can undertake as a mission, and if you get it you end up getting a new settlement area, and you also get this like really cool weapon here, the shish kebab. Right, okay, so let's have a look on the back. So it gives us a brief intro about what life is like north of the Commonwealth, in the north central area of the Commonwealth. Where are we? Right, so in this booklet, this supplement, we get a booklet containing the rules expanding your pet options for the battlefield, 19 unit cards and 20 AI cards, 1 new equipment card, 1 new mod card, 2 perk cards and 1 power armor card. You get 2 reference cards, 26 weapon cards, 5 scenarios, faction rules and strategy guides for 2 new subsections, which are the Slog and the Forged, unit rules for ghouls, and painting guides for the new miniatures. Right, so looks pretty cool. As I said, the Forged are one of the missions that you go on to rescue someone who's been taken in by the wrong crowd. He's running with the wrong crowd, and his father wants him back. And if you are successful, you get his settlement as part of your entourage of settlements, and you also get a unique weapon called a shish kebab. Right, so I'm just going to pop this open. If I can get into it. Now, as usual, it's not a booklet, it's a book, sorry, it's a set of cards, and we also get the rules as well. But rather than box it all up and waste more cardboard and resources, Modiphius is quite well done. They've packaged the cards, which are all pre-punched with the booklet. Right, so look at the rules after. We'll look at the card first. So take this off, and then we have our various cards here. So creature cards. So we're going to get things like sting wings and bloat flies and stuff like that in here. Let's have a look what we've got. We've got Rad Rabbit, Mutant Hounds, Lost Brahmin Pack, Withered Mirelurk, Escaped Captives, Friendly Fisherman, Mother Maya. Oh, Mother Maya, is that a Children of the Atom? Yeah. Message Carrier, Inactive Sentry Bot, iBot Fanatic, Protectron, Ghoul Gang. Then we have our other cards here, so that Broadsider, which is a cannon, which you get from the last flight of the USS Constitution, I think it's called. We have to rescue a sailing ship that's stuck on top of a building and allow it to fly off the bank that it stood on into the ocean, but it doesn't really go that way. And it's manned entirely by robots. Okay, for some reason I've got a lot of shadow here today, I don't know why. Okay, so then we've got more cards, double-sided cards. They're basically not event cards. I'm not sure what cards they are, I can't remember what the blue ones are. You have to forgive me, I've had very little sleep, my little boy's been playing up all weekend. Okay, and then more animals like Alpha Mongrel, Rad Roaches, Rad Stags, Rad Scorpion, Feral Ghoul, Diving Rad Gull, Starving and stunted Yogwai. Weapons dealer, killing a fridge, which is another mission that you do in that area, where you find a guy called Billy who's in a fridge. He's been in a fridge apparently for 200 years. Since the bombs dropped, he's been in a fridge. Well, we don't know if he's actually been in the fridge for 200 years, because how is he going to survive? Because ghouls, although they do live a long time, they do need sustenance, so we don't know. Then we have some more danger cards and event cards. What have we got here? We've got Rogue Eyebot, Radiation Burst, Unreal. If non-creature enemy is within green, you hear a shout that you've come to collect your bounty, and they saw on a poster and they head towards you. Or they think you're a synth. Are you a synth? Test your intelligence. If you get no effect, if you pass it. If you fail, you are at -2 for the next activation. That could be quite nasty. Then we've got some other event cards like Slippery Grounds, Bram Stampede, which is really hard. That can cause a lot of problems. More danger cards. So lots and lots more danger cards. They're all mixed up, because they normally come in the same order, but they're all mixed up for some reason. More event cards, recent prints, Clear, Relentless Rain, Low Sun, Diamond City Radio. Some of these are actually don't really have much bearing in the game, because, you know, things like Diamond City Radio, it just basically somebody reading a radio. It doesn't really have much bearing, but other things do. We have a T45 Power Armor card, as mentioned. We have some blank cards here, so you could make your own cards for your own events. And then we have more of the blue and black cards, which are mission cards, I think. A lot more of them. Exploration cards. So what you're going to find: Beantown Brewery, Fire Department, Quincy Police Station, Abandoned Refinery, Fens Subway Station. All these things sound so familiar, because at the moment I've just left the Commonwealth. I'm now in Nuka World on my second playthrough, and I basically am on 1% of the story, and I've just reached level 80. So because I'm just exploring and finding new stuff and building my settlements up, which I find really good fun. Okay, so all these little locations you find, like Mass Pike Interchange, Dockyards, Gunners Plaza, which if you've played Fallout 4 you'll know quite well. Good place to grab experience. And then got a synth patrol, local patrols, nothing. Card that actually does nothing. Right. Slot Canyon Ambush, Roar of the Deathclaw, and then some more items. We've got Blood Bug Proboscis, Stingwing Sting, Radstag Go, Flamer, Shish Kebab, which is a melee weapon. It does a black, a yellow and a blue, and 2 energy, and on a start it sets somebody on fire, and it's critical. You get an extra yellow, does 2 damage, and it sets somebody on fire on a nuclear mushroom. Sledgehammer, double barrel shotgun, tire iron. Some of these are like we've seen before anyway. I think the shish kebab's actually in the core rules. I'm not, and the core set, I'm not exactly sure, double checking, but given the fact that there's probably, I've got probably about 500 cards, it's going to be a nightmare to check through. Then perks, gun not heavy, lone wanderer, all that kind of stuff. Pain Train, Pyromaniac, Lead Belly, which is my favourite, because it then means that I don't have to run around getting purified water all the time. Although you can still get illnesses. And then more equipment. Okay, so I'm just going to look at those later. The more important ones to look at are these cards, the blue ones, because these are the actual character cards. Okay, so we have the ghouls from the Slog. So you've got Wiseman, Alan Glass, Holly, Deirdre, Jones, and a regular ghoul. They're from the Slog. Then from the Forged themselves, from the refinery, we've got Slag, who's the leader, and Bedlam, who is second in command, I think. Then we've got the AI cards and some more character cards here. We have Forged Jake Finch, who is the son of the guy who sends you on a mission to get his son back when you first meet them. We have glowing Stingwing, glowing Bloodbug, glowing Bloatfly, Radstag Doe, Centaur, and Bloatfly. And then last of all, we have Bloodbug, Radstag, Stingwing, and then more AI cards, and more AI cards, and finally back to the beginning. Right, so that's a quick look at the cards. I mean, we don't really need to go through the cards in too much detail because this is what I really wanted to concentrate on more. Right, I'm just going to try and angle my light, see if I can get a bit of better light here. Alright, hopefully that should do it. No, I'll just pause the camera and I'll be right back. Okay, that seems to be a bit better. Alright, so let's have a quick look at the book itself. So, Forged in Fire, we have our achievements at the beginning of the book, which is same as the Wasteland, Into the Wasteland book, and also the Commonwealth book as well. And then we have introduction, which I think might be from James. Then we've got Forged in Fire rules with faction rules, unit types, model gallery, hobby guide, strategy guide, and scenarios. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6 scenarios, and the complete card list, and the regional rules. The regional rules are pretty good because they give you rules for the various areas that you're going to go through. Right, okay, so introduction, faction rules. So we have the Forged, which is a sub-faction of the Raiders. In addition to the Raiders sub-faction special rules, they gain the following special rule. Forged sub-faction gains a specialty weapons that inflict physical damage, whose non-critical special effects can cause fire, so they can set somebody on fire. And the Slog, sub-faction of the Survivors faction. In addition to the Survivors faction rules, special rules, they get the special rules Slog sub-faction units. Each gain a free Tarbury card after being deployed upon the battlefield. That's alright. So they get something to eat because they're basically pacifists and they just stand around and send you off to do things for them rather than doing themselves. So we have unit types. So these are things that are pretty common to this area of the Commonwealth in North Central. So every unit in Fallout Wasteland Warfare is assigned a unit type. Unit cards have multiple unit types. If a unit type features a unique unit item, that's where it considers, right? So so the rule below applies to any model that is a ghoul, is shown as a ghoul with this icon on a unit card. So every point of radiation removes 1 point of damage. Every non-ghoul creature has a leg belly perk equipped, and they're immune to radiation. So special rules for ghouls. Alright, okay, so we have the gallery. So first of all we have the Forged. We have some really nice painted models here. Incinerator, because these guys all tend to use weapons that set people on fire. And then we have Bedlam and Slag. Then the generic Forge models. Then we have there's Jake Finch. Then we have our other characters, which are the ghouls from the Slog. As you can see on the bases, as always, like the bases are all themed towards which faction or which area they're from. So as you can see, Slag is standing on what appears to be some molten metal, and these are all like in a foundry base, because that's what they use. That's a foundry is their area where you encounter them. You won't encounter them outside of the foundry, you won't encounter them in the foundry. And these guys are all in the Slog, where they act as farmers, So as you can see, they've got things like corn and potato plants and carrots and stuff like that. All the things that you find on their property. Then we have some creature cards. We have stingwings, bloatflies, blood bugs, and then of course there's always the ones that are painted green, which are the glowing ones. Then we have radstags, radstag does. We've got a Mojave centaur, which is the ones that comes from Fallout New Vegas, and the Commonwealth centaur, which is the one that comes from Fallout 4. Then we've got a guide to assembling your models and then painting your models, and we have a step-by-step guide here now, which are really good. I like these, on how to paint things like how to paint blood bug. Bonus, how to paint a quantum blood bug if you want your blood bug to come from Nuka World. And then painting a bloatfly, painting a centaur, painting a radstag, painting the forged, and then finally how to paint a ghoul. Now these are civilized ghouls because they're all wearing clothes, rather than wearing rags and, you know, remnants of clothes. And then we get some close-up pictures here of the ghouls making a stand against the forged. Really, really nice artwork. Then strategy guide. It's like playing them on the battlefield, how to get started with them, who are the Slog, who are the forged, the same as it was in the previous supplements. And then we have our scenarios. So first scenario is out the fire, then trouble on the farm. So this takes you to Jake's farm, which is just up from the Sanguis Ironworks. It's between Greentop Nursery and Sanguis Ironworks, and this is the Finch farm. And then welcome to the Slog, which is not that far away from there, and Kidnapped, which is where you have to go and rescue Jake, Ghoul Problem, and finally we have our complete card list, which is up to date as of this release. So I'm not exactly sure when this one came out, but it gives you a full list. Now there's a full card list on the Modiphius website, which I'll leave a link to the card list in the description. Then we have our regional rules for what you find. So like if you're in the Slog, these are the things you can find in your decks. So your event deck, your danger deck, your creature deck, and your stranger deck. So you could find, you know, an admin password or an undamaged camera as a piece of equipment. Event deck, new presence of figure steps from the hiding place, place an advantage marker, adds an investigation marker roll, green from any battlefield edge, draw a stranger card which is not on that token, marker remains until stranger is resolved even if it is event is discarded. And lots of other things there, so like super mutants, you could have super mutants in this, foul order, what could it be, a super mutant, no effect. Yep, so that's a quick look at the Forged in the Fire supplement for Fallout Wasteland Warfare. I will look forward to actually reading through this properly. I mean, I've just literally opened it for the first time, and then I will do my written review very shortly, because I'm doing a review of all the supplements as a written review, and I'm doing a comparison with them. And until I get over the New Vegas one, which is I think that's the only one that I'm missing at the moment, but I don't know. Right, so this is available now. It's been out for quite a while from Modiphius Entertainment. So you can get that from the link below, or most good hobby shops should stock it. If not, I'm sure they'll be able to order it in for you. So all it remains for me to say is thank you for tuning in. My name's Mark, and no matter where you are in the world, please stay safe, look after yourself, and remember, war never changes. Thanks very much. Bye bye.